Correct. Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Single pole,
So,
single throw.
oh, we need to switch the. I don't need that right now. Let me flip this. How do you flip the camera view? Here we go.
Down the bottom. Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So this
Perfect.
is. So let me show you the breaker.
Okay. Nice square D home line. Got you.
Okay.
Now
They're
that's a
all.
20 amp,
Yeah. So we got 20 on this one, 20 on the two middle, and I can't
right?
read because it rubbed off. But I take it the last
Yeah.
one's a 20 also. Okay.
Now
So,
you got a 2 pole 20 there, and you're saying you're pulling 240.
well, the motor that's right
Mm-hmm.
here
Right.
has a switch behind the cap that allows you to change it from 220 to 115 or 120. That
Right.
there's a
It's got a
switch in
step
there.
down transformer in it.
Don't know. All I know is that this wire was the existing wire because the one that came with it
Uh huh.
is this wire.
Which one?
I'll show you. It's right here.
Good.
It's only like a couple feet long. That's what came with
Yeah,
it.
I see that. Okay, that's wire that's coming out of a whip, correct? A
Uh,
pre-wired whip. It looks like.
Let me see what the hold on, I'll show you the whole thing. It has these rings on both ends. I don't know if you
I
can
got
see.
you. Yeah, that's for your motor, right?
Yeah, so that's too short.
Okay.
So I'm using the existing one, and this
Uh
is
huh.
what's at this is the existing wire that's longer. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Picture of it. It
So
has
let me stop you right there. Let me see something real quick. So we're gonna go from the sub panel to the timer, and then from the timer to where?
okay. So sub panel needs to get wired into this intermatic timer.
Correct.
Um,
On the
Now,
timer, you're gonna have a load side and a line side. Your
yeah.
line side L1 and L2 is going to be coming from the sub panel.
Okay. So yeah. So what
Mm-hmm.
like the pool at my house is wired where the sub panel goes into the timer,
Right.
but the hold on, let me think. Okay, so let me I can show you on my phone because I have a picture of how mine is set up.
Okay.
Just give me 1 second. Hold on, I got to put this phone down. I'm gonna show you the pictures that I took of mine, so I can show you
Right.
exactly how they do it when they installed mine. I'm
Gotcha.
just helping. I'm helping a friend out get his hooked up in my
Yeah, no
spare
problem.
time. Okay, let's see. Do, do, do,
I
do,
just want
do.
to make sure that you're. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's being done safely and being done, as close to code as we can.
Yeah, yeah,
With your
definitely.
wire and everything, because if your wire's too small, it's going to heat up, it's going to melt. It
Yeah.
could be a fire. I'm concerned about that 2 pole 20. I don't know if that's a little bit too small or not, but we can cover that in a minute.
Okay, so I'm showing you a picture of my phone of the pump at my house.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so uh, what you're seeing here is the white box is the Hayward box that controls the salt cell that needs
Right.
power. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and what's happening is this right here. You're get the that you see in the top, the little curve.
Right.
That's the timer.
Okay.
Right below the timer on the right exactly directly below the timer
Mm-hmm.
is the fuse or the breaker box. So this line that's going from the white box to the tan box
Right.
of the timer. Okay, so like the timer goes straight to the white box, which is the salt
Mm-hmm.
cell box.
Right.
Um, and then the breaker from below gives the power in the timer box.
Correct.
And then I have one more picture. So this other picture that I'm about to show you
Uh-huh.
is on the other side of the timer box, and that line right there that's coming out of the timer box goes straight to the motor.
That's the load side, right? Okay. So that's what you're trying to accomplish over here, right? Basically.
I'm trying to connect all this together.
Right. So
And
you're here's the thing. So you definitely want to come off the sub panel and take the sub panel wires to the intermatic timer to the line side first.
yeah, so if you can see what's coming out of the sub panel right here,
Uh-huh.
That's what's coming out of the
So
sub panel, and
right,
that's a red, black, and a ground
that's
right
fine.
there.
That's a pre-wired whip, which is good to use around the pools and stuff because you need to have a service disconnect within 10 feet from
The
the
fuel.
filter
Oh,
right
from
there.
the filter. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's coming off the breaker box,
Hmm.
and let's see. So this one needs to get connected, I believe, to the timer.
That's going to go inside the timer box. Your ground is going to go to your ground bar, and then your black and your red is going to go to L1 and L2 on the line side of the timer.
Yeah, there's a. I gotta take the that bottom panel off. I think there's like five
Right.
different hookups, like five different screws. In the,
There could be five or it could be four. If there's five of them,
it might
one
be
of them is going
four.
to be a ground. You don't have a ground there.
No, there's a separate one in the timer box for a ground.
Right,
I'll,
but you don't have a neutral. You have a ground there, which
oh
is going to
yeah,
go on the bar. You know what I mean?
yeah. So does
Yeah.
that make it with the black and red? That makes it 240 coming out of the.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
If you have the black and red going off the 2 pole 20 that's connected together, yeah.
Now inside my timer box, there's
Uh-huh.
those wire nuts I noticed, and I think it's because
Only
uh,
because probably the wires weren't long enough, right?
okay, what I'm thinking, I don't know if this is true or not, but for for this Hayward white box to get power, I think they might have
Uh,
connected like a separate wire going from the white panel box into the timer box. Can't they get power if
I'm not
like
sure because I'd have to see the schematic on that Hayward box. I'm not sure what that does,
okay,
unless I saw the schematic. But that
yeah,
is getting powered with. Does that get powered with 240 as well?
yeah. So like this is the panel.
Uh huh.
Oh, it's making weird. Okay,
Yeah, it's hard to see.
yeah,
I don't know what that is.
the flashlight's making a weird. I don't know why it does that with
Yeah,
the camera,
it's
but
LED. You got an LED flashlight. That's why.
oh,
Yeah.
hey Tony. Oh, he's not out here, but um,
This is how you test the remote control to see if it works as well.
oh really? Okay,
Yeah,
so
you can
let's
put
look
it
at so this is the Hayward box. That
right.
screen, all that screen shows is how much salt is in the pool, and if you want to make the salt cell go into super chlorinate mode,
Okay,
that's with the
but
output.
that has to be powered. That has to be powered after the timer, correct?
We'll see. They, I think it, I guess so. That's why I got extra wire, but I think the wire
Yeah.
nuts is because they tied in lines from this box. Just to, see, this just needs power. The salt cell has underneath it. You connect the
Uh-huh.
salt cell. You connect the salt cell to this the connect the salt cell. I got punch out the
Okay.
cord, and then there's another cord that's I don't know if you can see that. Uh, see that white cord
Oh,
rolled
the
up?
white cord down there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
connected to the salt cell, and there's a plug in
Okay.
that goes inside the salt cell box
Right.
right here.
So I
So
guess all right. My question is this Hayward box, since you know these better than I do, that has to be hot all the time.
um, I believe the screen always shows something on it, so it's always a constant
So when
power.
the timer, so when the timer at your house goes off, does the screen go off on your Hayward?
I um, it's okay if it
Yeah.
does, I guess, or does it? I
Yeah.
mean,
I don't know. I don't know how this system works. I mean,
okay, so let's
um,
see. I can read what it says. Okay, so there's a
yeah, it's
uh,
hard to see that.
yeah, I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, it says under for LED indicator, the power light.
Huh?
Um, it has two columns that says power flashing not available, and then continuous. It says
Right.
power is present.
Is there a label on there that tells you what it runs off of? Is it 120 or 240?
Yeah, so it says electrical ratings.
Uh-huh.
Power. It says 110 to 130 VAC, two
Okay.
amp, 2 amp, and then it says 50/60 hertz,
Right.
or
Okay. Okay.
or 220 to 250 V.
Gotcha.
It
So it
says
could run on both of them.
yeah, and it has this enclosure that's suitable for outdoor mounting. Um,
Right.
yeah, so there's two.
Well,
So
and see if you can.
behind this Hayward panel that I got to unscrew off, Uh,
Right.
it has jumpers because there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and there's
Right.
jumpers that you can change to 120 VAC, but it's automatically
Uh-huh.
set. The jumpers are default from the factory for a
Okay.
240, and so is the motor. It's set for
Right.
240 from the factory.
Well, it's a preference too, and you're going to draw. It's going to be better to draw at 240 anyway. So
Yeah,
keep it
because
at 240 if you can.
yeah, what kind of like got me confused is the wires, since I didn't see some of the pumps. They have two
Uh-huh.
reds. They have two reds coming out of the
Yeah, don't
motor.
get. You know what? Don't overthink the colors of the wires because
It's
it's. I mean, you're in Georgia. I'm in Florida. All right.
okay.
I'm from New Jersey. All right. Colors don't make any difference down here. They
Yeah,
really don't. I mean, they
I,
wire
I,
whatever they can.
I'm
So,
originally from Long Island.
all right. So you know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Um. So don't get yourself. Don't overthink it. Like that wire you had there, the red and the black. That's all you need to be concerned about for your 240. That's your. Your line one, your line two. That's going to give you your 240 volts
Okay.
or whatever. Your variance is going to be 220 to 240. Um. You know. But I guess my question is here: Do you want to come from the sub panel to the timer, then to the Hayward box, and then to the pump, or do you want to keep that separate?
Um, I really don't know. To tell you the truth, I
Yeah,
can.
it's hard for me. I don't know how that. I mean, I know a regular pool pump, without that Hayward control in there, it would go from the sub panel to the timer, from the timer to the motor, and you'd be good. And
Either,
then you set
I
your
mean,
timer.
either way, it would still work. I'm trying to look at the. Can you hold that? I'm gonna look at the Hayward paperwork to see if it
Yeah.
says anything. Um,
Well, let me ask you this: does the Hayward box does that work in conjunction with the pool filter? Does that come on the same time the pool filter does?
I would, I, I think so. Um, it's
That only adds salt to the pool, correct?
well, once the Hayward box gets powered, all it needs
Uh huh.
power is just to from the salt cell.
That's all it's doing is
Okay,
giving
that's
you
not
a
like
salt reading. It's not pumping salt into the pool or anything.
it controls the salt cell and tells it how much salt it needs to generate into the pool. That's all it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that's a good
Um.
question. I
Let's
mean,
see.
I can tell you how to wire it, but I'm not sure where that Hayward box goes in place. I mean, we can go from,
I
like
just
you
need
said, if they have
power. I
wire
just need
nuts.
power to the Hayward box. That's all.
Well, you could come. I mean, you could come right out of your sub panel.
Will
You
that
know what I mean?
complicate? Will that complicate anything?
No, not at all. I mean, you showed me the sub panel. You had a 2 pole 20 amp in there, right?
Yeah.
And what were the breakers on either side of that?
They were, I believe, C20 on the single one, and
Right. Okay. So, but
there's
that's only
another 20 on the other side.
all right. But they're single, so they're only going to give you 120.
Yeah, I don't know what they're used for, to tell you the truth. It might be for the lights of the pool,
All
I think.
right. Yeah. What I would do is see your sub panel right there. See on the end on the right side, you got those two things that can come out there. You have room for another breaker there.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So see what your rating is on that Haywood box. If it's 30 amp, it might be 30 amp at 220. I'm not sure.
Okay,
But
so
you could pop that out, and you could put a 30 amp in there, and come right off of that into your Hayward box, and then you're good to go. And if anything happens with that, the breaker will trip.
see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me see if I can see the Hayward. I'm reading the manual. I got the manual in my hands to see what it says about the operation
Yeah, it
and
should
about.
be in the front or back. It should tell you what the rating is on amperage
Okay,
at 240.
let's see.
If it's like 28 amps, you can go with a 30.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. What's this? Okay. I don't know if you can see this.
Not really, but
How
yeah,
about
it's coming. It's getting there. Sub
that's
panel.
a
All right, so
that's
let me
a
see that
yeah.
schematic. Yeah, there you go. I just saw it. So
Okay.
sub panel to the pump. And what's to the right there? Just got blurry.
That section all the way to the right is for 120 VAC. The
Okay.
here are for the
Uh-huh.
typical 240 VAC
240.
wiring.
There you go. There's your
The
schematic right there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if that tells you anything about it being constantly on or not or
It
whatnot.
doesn't. I mean, it flows. I'm seeing that it goes to the pump, and then there's no timer on there, though, right? On that schematic,
No,
is it?
no, there's no timer on this
Right.
picture.
Mm-hmm.
but it shows
Yeah, it's
the.
kind of blurry. I can't see it, but
Okay,
now
so
it's
like
coming in clear. Hold on.
that's the pump.
Right.
Uh,
Okay, so basically wire it like that, and right above the pump, put your timer there.
we'll see. Like pump mean is that where is that where the wiring nuts come into place? I'm kind of confused.
Well, no, they're showing you a schematic. What they're doing is see where it's tied in up there. That would be your wire nuts basically. But they're just showing you a schematic diagram. They're not showing you the boxes and everything that they would be in. So if you came off your sub panel, right, with your wire for your pump, you would go into your intermatic box first. All right, your L1 and L2 on your line side, and then your load side would go to the pump. Therefore,
Okay.
when
Okay.
the
Yeah.
timer turns on and off, what's that?
Oh, yeah. So like the timer pretty much is just so the pump can turn on and off when you need it to.
Right. So it's
Okay.
basically turning your filter on and off when you want the filter to run.
Correct. Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you don't want it going 24/7.
Exactly. Yeah. So I guess that was my biggest question: is does that Hayward run when the pool pump runs? Is it supposed to be running when? But you're
Oh,
saying all that does is measure the salt, right?
yeah. So like you would want that Hayward to be on while your pump is running. All like whenever the pump is running, you definitely want the Hayward to be on to
Okay.
show of your salt.
So what? Here's what I would do. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Pete.
Okay. Here's what I would do. I would come out of your sub panel, right? Go into your line side on your intermatic, your L1 and L2 on your line side,
All right.
right? And then on your load side, all right, take your wire, go to your pump, and take the wire on the load side and go to your Hayward. That way, when your timer's set on and off, both of them will come on, both of them will go off,
Okay.
and you're
Yeah.
set, and you're done.
So let's
You
do
know?
that. You just said.
Yep, that would
Okay.
be perfect.
F F.
So,
F what if his battery dies on his cell phone?
I have other phone right here.
Can we get Fe?
And other phone.
Can he connect the video chat through his other phone?
Yeah.
Like right now?
I don't know. I think you'd have to reschedule and call back. I'm not sure how that works,
Okay.
but
He's gonna figure that out. I got maybe 20% battery life on this phone of his, and
yeah.
my phone messed up.
But I mean, I think you're good to go. I think you got the idea behind it. I mean, just like I said, don't ever complicate the things with the colors of the wires, because you're working, you're working with 240 here, and your biggest thing with the pool pump and the outdoor boxes, make sure everything's tight. Make sure everything's solid and connected, so you
Okay.
get the water in there, especially with a salt system.
Yeah.
The whip that you have down there with the watertight connectors, that's exactly what you want.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was wire. And that's like the correct stuff. So
Yeah.
so
Yep.
let's see. So you'll be able to tell me step by step what to hook up. Is that right?
I can. Yeah. I mean, are you comfortable with it now, or you're
No,
not?
no, I'm not. I just it's still like kind of like I'm still
Gotcha.
confused. So
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be up for a while. Have him reschedule if he wants, and
okay.
get your shit together and give it like 30 minutes. Get all your tools together. That way, you're not wasting time on the phone call with that. And get your wires ready and everything, and we'll
Yeah.
go through it.
Yeah, because I gotta punch all these
You know?
holes out and take off the panel so you can see where all the screw holes are.
Right. Yeah, you got to get it ready. Absolutely. So if you have, here's the thing. If you have, so I don't have to, walk you through it and watch you do it and everything.
Yeah.
If you have any white electrical tape,
Any white or
anything,
I have
any
black
type of,
electrical.
yeah, black's not going to show up. If you have something like white or red or anything, you can put a label on a wire. That way, when we come back on, you talk to me, I can tell you, I can label each wire for you. All right.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
you know exactly where it goes. We'll put a 1 on the wire. We'll put a 1 on the terminal, and we'll terminate everything. Then you can do it after we hang up.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll find some like
You know what I mean?
duct tape or something. Will that work?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So what's a good?
We
Hold on.
We can just keep it going. It's fine. Like I think I don't think we have to reschedule.
It's only your battery, but
Yeah.
but he's just gonna be sitting there for like 10 minutes while I get everything set up.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that way, if you just reschedule and just call back like 11:30, get all your stuff ready, and then we'll do it, and it'll save you a bunch of money.
Okay.
It'll save you money too.
Okay, I'll do 11:30. Let's end it right now,
and we'll definitely call you back.
Yeah, reschedule it. They'll give me a notification, and I'll come back on whenever you're ready.
All right, appreciate you, Jeff.
Okay, thanks, man.
You got it, man. No problem. All right, guys.